Hello everyone, Dr. BJ, FMP. How are you guys doing? So as promised today, right now I'm going to talk about credentialing, and I felt that that has always been a challenge, not only for myself, but but also my colleagues in the field. So of course by now you should have an NPI, and with your NPI, that's how basically it's your medical practice type social security number, if you want to say that. You should go over the CAQH and create a profile, because a lot of insurance companies will go to that profile when you apply to be credentialed with them. Now, I do get asked a question often, should I do my own credentialing or pay someone? That is entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. I personally did it myself. And it had nothing to do with money. It was just my information. I feel that I'm responsible for the accuracy of that information. And I just took a Saturday and just applied to different health carriers. And it wasn't that hard. Yes, the application can be a little tedious, but I've had friends that spent $500, $1,000, $2,000, some even $2,500. And it took forever for them to get to credential, and they were always getting the runaround. And I told them and warned them up front, it's your information. Just take a day, do it yourself. Even if you split it up in the weekend, some Saturday, some Sunday. But I did it myself. It pretty much was seamless. Yes, it does take up to 60 days, 60, some say even 90 days. But I felt for most providers, I got it pretty quickly. Medicaid was a little bit more tedious because of the whole application process, and Medicaid wants you to also have a Medicare number. So definitely, as soon as you can, apply for your Medicare number, depending on where you're working, or depending if you're going to be doing your own practice. You probably have to apply for a group one as well. So I applied for individual as well as group. And so when you issue, of course, you have to do a W-9 form. So just make sure that when you are credentialing, that you know exactly what what health insurance companies they are making application to on your behalf. You do not have to accept everyone. I will be honest with you. I was a little pissed off because basically when you get in a game, they try to play you. So yes, it is true what Jay-Z said in his song. They do try to play you, and you get these low rates. And now my foot is down. I don't care. I will not deal with certain carriers. I actually told 2 carriers I am no longer accepting their insurance, because remember I told you about people being lowballing with you? Some insurance carriers will do that. I personally found, because I'm here in New Jersey, Amerihealth and Blue Cross Blue Shield are primarily the main carriers that I deal with. Also, Medicare, I try to take the red, white, and blue card. Some of them have the supplemental, but just make sure that you know which one you're dealing with when at the time of the appointment, have your staff member, if they're not sure, come to you to make sure that's the one you accept. And who else? I would deal with independents. I did not apply to Cigna. Aetna has given me a hard time, so I've just decided not to deal with them, meaning you apply, you get approved, in months and months and months, you're still not within the network. And I am tired of people using the excuses, COVID, we're backed up. Dude, we're like 3 years in, like, stop. You hear them working at home, and basically, you have to make that personal decision which insurance carriers. I did apply for Tricare. I couldn't be a Tricare provider, but I'm a certified network provider, which means I can see Tricare patients, which I'm fine with that. And basically now I have decided to practice in Delaware, because Delaware is an independent state. We'll get more into that the next video. And then you have to, even though I'm credentialed to Blue Cross here, I now have to get credentialed with Blue Cross in Delaware. And Tricare, I had to add that address to the profile, and then having to apply for Delaware Medicaid, which surprisingly was fairly easy. New Jersey is one of those states, you get it here, you get it anywhere because it's hard, but it was pretty fairly easy. But again, to credential yourself or with someone else, that is entirely up to you. I can only personally tell you my personal experience. Now, others may have a better experience. Please share, because there's enough room at the top for all of us. It doesn't have to be as hard to get there. So please share that experience. Again, my videos is basically personally to tell you what challenges I had, what I've overcome. Very transparent. And all I know is people close to me that apply for credentialing, it took them forever, which means you can't see those patients unless you're charging cash. And let's face it, if I'm paying for a medical plan, there's no way in the world I'm going to pay cash unless it's something extraordinary, you know. Now, I will say, those insurance company, that particular insurance company, I've decided not to accept. My patients were cool. They were like, no problem, doc. Okay, it is what it is. I like you. I'm going to come to you because the out-of-network price is almost similar or the same. Or basically, when you find a provider you like, you try to stick with. I don't beat them up for pricing. I charge them just basic price that someone with insurance, if someone came to me and didn't have insurance, which is a low fee, that's what I charge them. So basically, you know, they're cool with that. You know, I always tell them I hate to see you go, but I completely understand. But mainly patients are faithful. When they come to you and they like you and you're treating them well, you know, they want to stay with you. So again, credential, get a list of insurance companies, go to their websites. Some of them I found were just, it was just too much. I'm gonna be real, it was too much. Like, I don't need hospital admitting privileges. I'm in psych and addictions. If you're having a psychiatric emergency, call 911, go to your nearest emergency room. Same thing with addictions. If you're overdosing, or you're the family member of someone that's overdosing, don't call me. Call 911, go to the nearest emergency room. So I'm not a cardiac NP. I'm not internal medicine. Like, I don't do all that. So I feel for me to have hospital admitting privileges, that's just extra much. And I'm just not doing it. And that particular insurance company that wanted that, maybe 2 people have showed up. And again, I told them what the cash rate is and they're like, fine, cool. So I just didn't do that. I felt like I tried to spread myself thin and get in as many networks as possible, and then come to find out that they're not good payers. Some of them are just not good payers. And I just said, you know what? In the beginning, like I said, you can pull that on me now. It's like, no, I'm not playing these games. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm just not doing it. So basically, again, get a list of insurance carriers that you may want to accept, or that you heard your friends accepting, or that may come referred to you as, you know. Just make sure you look at the rates, because yes, application, the contract could be up to 100 pages. Just make sure you know your CPT codes. Make sure you look it up. Make sure you're comfortable with that payment amount. Make sure you're looking on the correct line, that you're an NP and it's not doctor, physician's rate. And just as long as you are comfortable with that, then fine, then go with them. And if you're not, it's okay. You know, there are other insurance carriers. And like I said, I do Medicaid, Medicare, Tricare, Amerihealth, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Yeah, and that's it, because the other ones I opt out of. I'm like in the beginning, but now it's like, nope, I'm not accepting you anymore. And I do pretty well with those few. And then, of course, going into Delaware, you have the Highmark, you have the Delaware Medicaid. And again, wasn't a tedious process at all. So again, you have any questions, you can always email me. My email is below. I'm so sorry. Some of you guys went into spam, and I'm pretty careful, or junk. I'm pretty careful with that, but you went there anyway. So worst case, Messenger or something like that. But thank you guys for giving me your time. And again, you have any questions, just reach out, because it is tedious. Yes, and it can get very, very overwhelming but my suggestion is to take one insurance carrier at a time. And again, CAQH will save you a lot of stuff because they're going to tell you, okay, that's who we're going to go. Make sure you have our name for permission to view your information, or you can leave your profile open so that everyone can view it, so that you don't have to keep going back and forth and approving people. I left mine open. It is what it is. I mean, I haven't applied for anything in a while. So that way I got an email, hey, so-and-so insurance provider has viewed your information. That way you know, okay, I'm getting through credentialing and we're getting somewhere. All right, so talk to you guys soon. Be blessed and enjoy your day. Thank you.